Good morning, everyone, and welcome to day 9 of the Royal Adelaide Show. We welcome you all, but especially the many interstate exhibitors, and we hope that we can all continue in the tradition of our Royal, that it'll be a time of stirring competition, of good sportsmanship, of meeting old friends and making new ones, and most importantly, of enjoying our best friends, the dogs. I'd like to introduce to you our international judges and ask you to make them welcome. Mr. Frank Kane from the United Kingdom, and Mr. Luis Teixeira from Portugal. You all know our wonderful stewards, and particularly our show manager, Mrs. Mary Loudon. Just as an aside, many of the exhibitors are here and have been a number of days, but the stewards and the judges have generally been here every day, so their contribution has been amazing. We ask you to work with them and to keep an eye on proceedings during the day and an ear on the announcements. We have a really full schedule, particularly in Ring 2, and it would be dreadful if someone missed their call for the ring. We will be pushing in that ring. We also ask you, even though formal confirmation judging will be finished by lunchtime, that you respect the society and that all dogs and equipment remain on the benches until 5 p.m. So let's start. Have a wonderful day and enjoy the dogs.
In Ring 1 this morning, you are looking at the pointer. The pointer has often been called the English pointer. They are a medium to large size breed of dog. These dogs were developed in England for Group 3 as a gun dog. The pointers, the male size is around the 60 to 70 centimetres and the weight is around the 25 to 34 kilos as an adult. The females around 58 to 66 centimetres and they weigh around 20 to 30 kilos as an adult. The pointers are a wonderful dog. They're extremely even temper and despite their size they do make a good house pet. These dogs do need exercise. Pointers are intelligent, affectionate, clean and intensely loyal. Now the bit of the history on the pointer, like many breeds, this is reasonably debatable topic. Records of the pointers do date back in England as far back as 1650, according to one source. The pointer came to be in the 16th, 17th century when pointing breeds, including the Old Spanish and the Portuguese pointers, were brought from the European mainland to England. In Ring 1, you are looking at the pointer. And in Ring 2, you're looking at the charming small Border Terrier from Group 2. The Border Terrier is a small dog. They do require exercise and they do require grooming. An adult weight is around the 6 to 7 kilos with a lifespan anything up to 15 years. They're a small outgoing terrier with a coarse, harsh double coat. They come in red, blue and tan, grizzle and tan, and wheaten. The Border Terrier originates in the area between Scotland and England, the border. They were bred for working purposes, mainly for fox culling in the farming areas. They also have to be sturdy enough and have enough leg to enable them to keep up with a horse. Because of their personalities and wonderful temperaments, they moved into the house and today are highly regarded as a wonderful house dog and pet. Many are still used for vermin control and farm work, but they are best known for their wonderful personalities. The Border Terrier are alert and lively, but mild-mannered and extremely affectionate. These dogs are very suitable companions for any age group, and they have been known in pet therapy. These dogs are readily easy to train, as they just want to make you happy. They are wonderful with other pets if they are raised with them. In ring 2, you're looking at the Border Terrier. The pointer, they do say, is the complete professional gun dog. The pointer is used to point and flush game, said to have originated from Spain, but he's become thoroughly English over the past 2 centuries. In ring 1, you're looking at the pointer from group 3. In ring 1, the colours of the pointers, usual colours are lemon and white, orange and white, liver and white, black and white. In ring 2, you are looking at the intermediate dog class in the Border Terrier. Intermediates are aged between 18 months and under 3 years of age. In ring 1 with the lovely pointers, we are looking as well at the intermediate dog class, aged between 18 months and under 3 years of age. Dogs are shown in age group. The first age group is the baby puppy. That's aged between 3 and under 6 months of age. The puppy, which is 6 and under 12 months of age. The junior, 9 months and under 18 months of age. Intermediate, 18 months and under 3 years of age. The Australian bred, that's born here in Australia, over 6 months of age, and an open over 6 months of age, either born here in Australia or imported. Entering 1 in the pointer, we are looking at the open dog, and also in ring 2 we are looking at the open dog for the Border Terriers. So if you've just wandered in and haven't seen dogs showing before, the judges here, that's the ones in the middle, they look at each dog that is presented to them. They inspect the dog, they check the dog's coat, their movement and their body shape. Dogs are shown in age groups, then they come together, the winners of those age groups, the winners then come together to go for the challenge. That's the best male, and then we have all the female classes, the best female. The winner of the best male and the female then come together at the end of that particular breed to go for the best of breed. The best of breed then comes back at this particular show, comes back tomorrow to go in their group. Each dog is in a particular group. The pointers in ring 1 are from group 3 and the Border Terriers in ring 2 are from group 2. The winner of their particular group meets up with the other dogs that have won their groups. There is 7 groups. The winners all meet together to go in the best in show lineup. And out of all the dogs that have been shown here at Adelaide Royal, there is around 3,000 dogs. We have one winner, one best in show winner. In ring 2, we're now looking at the challenge dog. This is the best male. So these are the class winners. So we have the open dog, which is the one closest to the grandstand, the Australian bred, then the intermediate. So the judge will pick one of these that will go forward. That is the best male that will then go up against the female for the best of breed. And the best male has been awarded to the open dog. And reserve challenge does go to the Australian bred. In ring 2, you're looking at the baby puppy. So the little one on the table is aged between 3 and under 6 months of age. And in ring 1, the judge is making his final choice on the open dog, the best of the open dogs. So in ring 1, the winner will be coming back shortly to go up against the other class winners in ring 1 for the best male pointer. So in ring 1, we have got the open dog, the dog closest to the grandstand. Then we've got the intermediate dog, the junior dog, and the puppy down this end. In ring 2, we are looking at the intermediate bitch for the Border Terrier. In ring 1, the judge is making his final decision on the best male, the challenge dog. And it does go to the open dog. And reserve goes to the intermediate dog. In ring 1, you are looking at the baby puppy bitch class in the pointer. So she's aged between 3 and under 6 months of age. In ring 2, you're looking at the Little Border Terrier. Now this breed is from Great Britain border country. This terrier is agile and fearless with a weather-resistant coat. He is essentially a working terrier with the soundness to follow a horse. In ring 2, you are looking at the Border Terrier. An adult weight is around the 5 to 7 kilos approximately. And in ring 1, you're looking at the Pointer. They do class this as a professional gun dog. The Pointer is used to point and flush game. Said to have originated from Spain, he has though become thoroughly English over the past 2 centuries. In ring 1, you are looking at the Pointer. In ring 2, this is the open bitch for the Border Terrier, and in ring 1, the junior bitch for the Pointer. So if you do see a breed that you are interested today at the Adelaide Royal Show, we do have a stand in the pavilion from the South Australian Canine Association if you are interested, or you can approach the breeders and the handlers once the dogs are back on the benches. They'll be more than willing to give you information regarding their wonderful breeds. In ring 2, you're looking at the best bitch. So the winner of this then goes up against the male to get best of breed. Now the winner of the best of breed does get a 22 kilo bag of dog food that has been supplied by the major sponsor here at the Adelaide Royal Show, which is Larky's. Larky is proudly South Australian owned and a South Australian company. In ring 2, the challenge, the best bitch, does go to the puppy bitch. And reserve challenge does go to the intermediate bitch. So now the dog will be coming out to go for the best of breed. So we'll have the male in front, followed by the female, and the judge will pick one of these that will go through till tomorrow for the best of breed. The Border Terriers are from Group 2. Best of breed does go to the male, so he'll be coming back tomorrow to represent the breed in the Group 2 lineup. He also wins the 22 kilo bag of dog food from our major sponsor Larky's. In ring 1, we're now looking at the open pointer bitch. And in ring 2, the baby puppy border terrier. In ring 2, we're now looking at the Cairn Terrier. Now the Cairn Terrier is from Group 2, the Terrier Group. Now these are a hardy little terrier with a fox-like expression. They are small to a medium size as an adult, and again they do require exercise and grooming. An adult weight of around the 8 kilos with a lifespan of around the 13 to 16 years. The coat comes in any colour except for white, including red, brindle, blackish, sand and various shades of grey, often with dark ears, muzzle and tail tip. The Cairn Terrier originated in the 1500s in the Highlands of Scotland and the Isle of Skye, and it's one of Scotland's original little terriers. At one point it was considered the same breed as the Scottish Terrier and the West Highland White Terrier. This was up until around the 1900s, when the breeds began to breed separately. The Cairn is also said to be related to the Skye Terrier. The Cairn was named for the way it would squeeze down into cans and bark at foxes and badgers until the farmer could arrive. Cairns were rock dens that badgers and foxes lived in, usually in piles of small stone used to mark the Scottish farmland borders and graves. The temperament, they are alert, animated, hardy little dogs. They're loyal, curious, cheerful, lovable and friendly. They do enjoy playing with children. This breed can be taught tricks and they are bold and fearless little vermin hunters. In ring 1, you're now looking at the best bitch, the challenge bitch of the class winners in the pointer. So in ring 1, the winner of this class will then go up against the male, so we get the best of breed. And the best bitch has been awarded out of the open class in ring 1 with the pointers. So the male will be coming back and the female, and they will be going for the best of breed. In ring 2, we're now looking at the open dog class in the Cairn Terrier. So if you have a look in ring 1, this is the best of breed for the pointer. So the winner of this will be coming back tomorrow to represent the breed in Group 3. They will also win the 22 kilo bag of dog food sponsored by Larky's. And best of breed goes to the dog, so he'll be coming back tomorrow. In ring 2, you're looking at the Cairn Terrier. This is a very old breed and has existed for a long time. The name Cairn Terrier was actually a compromise suggestion after the breed was originally brought to official shows in the United Kingdom in 1909 under the name Short-Haired Skye Terrier. This name was not acceptable to the English Kennel Club due to the opposition from the Skye Terrier, so the name was then changed to the Cairn Terrier. This was suggested as an alternative. The little Cairn does have a harsh, weather-resistant outer coat. The little Cairn is a double-coated breed with a soft, dense undercoat, and their top coat is a harsh outer coat. In ring 2, we're now looking at the baby puppy bitches in the Cairn Terrier. All of these little ones are aged between 3 and under 6 months of age. In ring 2, we are looking at the lovely little Cairn Terrier. These are a hardy little dog and do make wonderful companions. I know some of the people who have some of this breed and they absolutely adore them. it looks like we have the baby puppy, isn't it cute, of the little Tibetan Spaniel. Now these are a small breed from group 1. Now they are small. As all dogs, they do require exercise and there is a reasonable amount of grooming. The adult weight of these wonderful little dogs is between 4 to 7 kilos and their age is anywhere between 12 to 15 years. Now this breed, as the name suggests, originated in Tibet. They are descendants from the dogs from China and other Buddhist countries. Tibetan Spaniels are considered an ancient breed, being that there were evidence of their existence over 2,000 years ago. Most small Asian dogs are believed to be descendants from the Tibi, as they are affectionately known to their owners, the Tibetan Spaniel. These were highly esteemed in ancient Tibet, where they were often given as gifts to royal houses, and the dogs then did spread throughout Asia. Pictures of these dogs have been found in early Eastern art dating back as far as 1100 BC. The dogs work turning the prayer wheel for their masters and also as watchdogs in the Tibetan monasteries. They would sit up on the high walls and bark at anything they believed that didn't belong. The breed was first introduced to England in the late 1800s. The Tibetan Spaniel can often be mistaken for the Pekingese, the difference being that the Tibetan Spaniel has a less profuse coat, slightly longer face and does not have the extra skin around the eyes. The body is somewhat longer than tall. The coat comes in all coloured, solid, multicoloured or shaded, including fawn, red, gold, cream, white, black and tan, often with white markings on the feet. The Tibetan Spaniel is a happy, cheerful, charming, very clever and very trusting little fella. This breed does make a fine family companion. They can be very independent and are a wonderful watchdog. They are not yappy, yet will bark at intruders and odd noises. In ring 1, you are looking at the Tibetan Spaniel. In ring 2, the judge has awarded the best of breed to the Cairn Terrier. So this lovely little Cairn will be coming back tomorrow for Group 2 to represent their breed in Group 2. They also win the 22 kilo bag of dog food from our major sponsor, Larky's. In ring 2, we're now looking at the Scottish Terrier. Now, I think you actually hear the Scottish Terrier before you actually see them. These are a wonderful breed from Group 2. They are small to medium size as an adult, do require exercise, and there is grooming required. An adult weight of around the 9 to 11 kilos with a lifespan of around 10 to 15 years. Now, the Scottish Terrier is a sturdy, short-legged, low-slung dog from the Highlands. They're usually black but can also come in brindle or a wheaten colour. He's thick-set and suggestive of great power and activity in this small little body. The exact origin of the Scottish Terrier is unknown. All that is known is that a terrier on short legs with a rough coat existed in the Western Highlands of Scotland and the island of the Hebrides. This terrier evolved into the Scottish Terrier. The Skye Terrier, the Dandy Demont, the Cairn Terrier and the West Highland White. It was not until 1879 that the breed was officially recognised as the Scottish Terrier. The first Scottish Terriers were then imported into Australia in 1889. Scotties, as they're affectionately known, became very popular during the 1920s. Many people in the public eye had Scotties. In show business, they included Lionel Barrymore, Humphrey Bogart, Betty Davis, Zsa Zsa Gabor, Dorothy Lamour, Walter Pidgeon, and the list goes on. In the political areas, Queen Victoria, she had these dogs, President Eisenhower, Jackie Kennedy, and the list for this wonderful breed goes on. As you can see in ring 2, we're looking at the Scottish Terrier. They've been extremely popular. The purpose, they were used to control farm and estate vermin, such as the badgers and foxes. Dogs were selected for their gameness and their hunting ability. They had to be fearless enough to attack any prey, small enough to go down the burrows, strong enough to fight their way back out, and hardy enough to withstand a rough life and a rigorous life in the climate of Scotland. The characters, they were bred for independent hunting. When the Scotties went down the burrows facing a badger, there were no humans to give directions to the Scotties, so they had to be highly intelligent. The coat is a double coat with an outer harsh, dense and wiry, and the undercoat is short and soft. The coat gives all the weather insulation and the protection during their original work. The coat can be black wheaten, the colour of wheat, or brindle of any shade, a mixture of black, brown and wheaten hair. The early Scotties were mainly shades of the brindle, similar to that of the Cairn Terrier. The Scotties became popular in the 1920s. In ring 2, you're looking at the wonderful little hardy Scottish Terrier. And in ring 1, the Tibetan Spaniel. As I've said, the Tibetan Spaniel does go back many hundreds and thousands of years. They were used by the monks. They would get onto the top of their homes, their castles, their monasteries, and they would bark at anything that they saw underneath. The Tibetan Spaniel is cheerful, happy, charming, and very clever and trusting. The Scottish Terrier always looks like they are on a mission. In ring 1, you're looking at the challenge dog for the Tibetan Spaniel. So the winner of this will go against the female once she's been judged to get the best of breed. So we have the open dog, the Australian bred, the intermediate, the junior, and then the puppy at the end. So the judge will pick one of these that will then go through against the female to get the best of breed. In ring 2, we are looking at the open dog for the Scottish Terrier. And in ring 1, the best dog, the challenge dog, does go to the open. So once all the females have been judged, the open dog will come back to contest for the best of breed. In ring 2, we are looking for the best male in the Scottish Terrier. So in ring 2, we have the open dog. That's the one the closest to the grandstand. Then the Australian bred, the intermediate, and then the junior dog. In ring 1, in the Tibetan Spaniel, this is the baby puppy class. Oh look, aren't they cute? Oh, we've just seen ourselves on the big screen. Oops. Whoa. So all of these are only aged between 3 and under 6 months of age. In ring 2, the judge is making his final decision on the Scottish Terrier. This is for the best dog, the challenge dog. And it does go to the open dog. Oh, have a look in ring 2. This is a baby Scottish Terrier. This is from group 2. So all babies are aged between 3 months and under 6 months of age. And we are on a big mission out there. So in ring 1, the judge has to make his decision out of these 4 beautiful little baby Tibetan Spaniels. In ring 2, the judge is now going over the puppy bitch in the Scottish Terrier. So all of these are aged between 6 and under 12 months of age. In ring 1, you are looking at the Tibetan Spaniel. Now there is a trophy for this donated by Chris Scott. We'd like to thank everybody who has sponsored the classes here at the Adelaide Royal Show. So they do get an award for the Best Tibetan Spaniel in Show. The Best Baby Puppy also gets one donated by Chris Scott. And the Best Tibetan Spaniel Puppy gets one donated by Linda Matthews. Also, the Best of Breed winner in all classes at Adelaide Royal Show does win the 22 kilo bag of dog food donated by Larky's, which is an Australian-owned company. In ring 2, the judge is making his final decision for the puppy bitch in the Scottish Terrier. Now these are a wonderful little breed, a little bit feisty. They do make a wonderful household companion. And in ring 1, you're looking at the Australian bred bitch in the Tibetan Spaniel. Now, Tibetan Spaniels are from Group 1, the toy group. The Scottish Terriers are from Group 2, the terrier group. In ring 1, you are looking at the Tibetan Spaniel. These are a wonderful toy breed. They do make a wonderful companion, and there has been drawings from early Eastern art dating back as far as 1100 BCs. The dogs work churning the prayer wool for their masters and also watchdogs in the Tibetan monasteries. This little breed was first introduced into England in the late 1800s. So if you are interested in a particular purebred dog, there is a stall here from Dogs SA. You can go up to that stall and you can ask them. They do have lots of different information regarding all the different purebred dogs. All the dogs that you do hear shown at the Adelaide Royal Show in conformation classes are all purebred. And as you can see, some of their lineage does come from many hundreds and thousands of years ago. There is no Labradoodles, Mockamoodles, Cockaspoodles, or any of those breeds shown at the Adelaide Royal Show. It is only the pure breeds that are shown. If you see a dog here that you do like, you can approach the people that do have the dog once it is back in the benching area. Most people are more than happy to give you lots of information regarding their particular breed. So in ring 2, we're now looking for the best bitch in the Scottish Terrier. The winner of this class then goes up against the winner of the male to get the best of breed. The Scottish Terrier are a feisty little breed. So in ring 2, the judge has awarded the open bitch as the best bitch. Now the male will come in a moment to go for the best of breed. And in ring 1, we now have the best bitch in the Tibetan Spaniel. We have the open, the Australian, the intermediate, the junior, and then the puppy at the end. In ring 2, the judge is just having another look at the male that he did award a little while ago. In ring 2, we're going for the best of breed in the Scottish Terrier. And in ring 1, the best female goes to the Australian bred. So she'll be coming back in a moment to go up against the male for the best of breed. Ring 2, the best of breed has been awarded to the bitch, so she wins the 22 kilo bag of dog food from our major sponsor, Lorkies. And in ring 1, we're now looking back for the male and the female in the Tibetan Spaniel to go for the best of breed. So the male is in front, followed by the female. So one of these will be awarded the best of breed. And the best of breed does go to the dog, so they do win the trophy donated by Chris and David Scott, and also the 22 kilo bag of dog food from our major sponsor. In ring 1 shortly, we will be starting with our second feature breed here at the Adelaide Royal Show, which is a family favourite, the Boxer. Now, our wonderful judge in ring 1, Lewis, does show, and he does own this wonderful breed, the Boxer. In ring 2, we're now looking at the Skye Terrier. Now, the Skye Terrier is a long, low-to-the-ground dog, with the length being twice as long as the height. The head is long, tapering to the muzzle with a slight stop. The solid colour code comes in black, blue, grey-blue, dark or light grey, silver platinum, fawn or cream. In ring 2, you're now looking at the Skye Terrier. The Skye Terrier is a good-natured dog. They're loyal, polite, loving and affectionate. They're brave, bold-spirited, playful and happy, and it does love attention. The height of a male is around the 25 and a half centimetres, which is approximately average. Male's weight is around the 16 to 18 kilos, with females being about 11 and a half to 14. The Skye Terrier, like all dogs, does need to be exercised regularly. The origin of the Skye is one of the oldest terriers known today. In the early 1600s, a Spanish ship wrecked off the Isle of Skye in the Scottish Hebrides. The ship had Maltese dogs on board that survived and mated with the local terriers, resulting in the Skye Terrier breed. The dogs were used to hunt down vermin, fox and badger that would prey on the farmers' livestock. In the 19th century, Queen Victoria took a liking to the breed, and the Skye Terrier became very popular for a while, especially among the nobility. A Skye named Greyfriars Bobby was said to have guarded the grave of the Constable John Grey, who was his master for 14 years. Townspeople came and fed him until he died at the age of 16. A statue was placed in Edinburgh in the dog's honour. The Skye was first exhibited in dog shows in England in 1864. The AKC recognised the breed in 1887. In ring 2, you're looking at the Skye Terrier. And in ring 1, you're looking at one of the feature breeds at this year's Adelaide Royal Show, the lovely Boxer. These are a wonderful family pet. They do get on well with children and with other dogs. The Boxer is a medium, large-size breed. As an adult, they do require a fair amount of exercise and minimal grooming is required. The adult weight is around the 28 to 30 kilos and their lifespan is around 10 years approximately. They have a short, close-lying coat. It's found in two equally accepted basic colour classifications, red and brindle. Puppies for the first few weeks of age will appear darker than their eventual true colour. Some of the history regarding the boxer: it is found in feudal Germany, where a small courageous hunting dog with mastiff-type head and undershot bite was used to secure a tenacious hold on a bull, bear or boar, pending the hunter's arrival. He then went through the periods of a utility dog for peasants and shop owners. His easily trainability even found his way performing in circuses. In the 1880s, descendants of this type were bred to a taller, more elegant English import, often white in colour, and the modern boxer that we see today was established. The temperament or the character of the boxer is of one of the greatest importance and does demand careful attention. He is renowned from olden times for his great love and faithfulness to his master and household. The boxer is docile, but can be a bit mistrustful of strangers. He's bright and funny in play, but brave and determined when rousted. His independence and willingness, his modesty and cleanliness make him a highly desirable family dog and a wonderful, cheerful companion. In ring 1, you are looking at one of the feature breeds at this year's Adelaide Royal Show, the boxer. In ring 1, you've just looked at the male puppy dog. The approximate height of the males is around the 56-63 centimetres, with females being smaller, 53 to 61 centimetres. The male's weight's around 27-32 kilos and females around 24 to 29. A boxer is a relatively active dog, and they do best with at least an average sized yard and a good walk every day. They are a sensitive breed. And would like to thank our sponsor for the Skye Terrier for the best of breed, Chanaka Kennels. They also do win the 22 kilo bag of dog food donated by our major sponsor, Larky's, which is a South Australian owned and operated company. In ring 1, you're looking at the feature breed at Adelaide Royal Show, the wonderful boxer. These are a wonderful pet. They do make incredible family members, and they do fit into most families. They are an active breed, so you do need to exercise this wonderful breed. In ring 2, we're now looking at the West Highland White Terrier. The West Highland Whites are from Group 2, the Terrier group. They are small, they do require exercise, and some grooming is required. An adult weight of around the 8 to 9 kilos, with a life expectancy anything from 12 to 15 years. The Westies, as they are affectionately known, is a small dog, standing around 28 centimetres, with a harsh outer coat and soft undercoat. They have dark eyes, the ears small, pointed and erect. The head is covered in a harsh hair and shaped like a chrysanthemum, giving them the typical look. The tail should be carrot-shaped and carried erect. In ring 2, you're looking at the baby puppy West Highland White Terrier. These did first gain attention in the early 1900s. There was a gentleman who did for many years. He was breeding this type of terrier, the short-legged white terrier. These eventually got their name later in the 19th century as the West Highland White Terrier. The Westies has established itself as one of the most competitive terriers in the show ring and one of the most popular in the home. I do know several of my friends do have this wonderful breed and absolutely adore them. They've had several. The Westie is a busy, happy, curious little dog, always ready for a fun and game. It is affectionate and demanding, one of the friendliest of all the terriers. It does enjoy a daily romp in a safe area, as well as a playtime at home. They do love human companionship, but also have an independent streak and must be firmly trained. In ring 2, you are looking at the West Highland White Terrier, affectionately known as a Westie. They are from Group 2. And the feature breed, the Boxer, is from Group 6, the utility group. The Boxer is a medium-large dog, but they do get on well with children and are extremely gentle with them. In ring 1, you are looking at the Australian bred Boxer. The breed of the Boxer was developed in Germany in around the 19th century. The Boxer's ancestors were two German-type Mastiff dogs. These were then later crossed with the powerful ancestors of the Mastiff and the Bulldog. Early boxers were used for bull baiting, cart pulling as cattle dogs, to round up livestock and to catch and pin wild boar. They later became popular theatre and circus dogs. The first boxer stud book was started in 1904. Up until then, the dog's breeds varied in looks and size. The boxer is known for the way it uses its front legs to bat at its opponents, appearing to be boxing, most likely giving this is how the dog got its name. Some of the boxer's talents are watchdog, guarding, police work, military work, search and rescue, competitive obedience, and performing tricks. In ring 1, we do have the lovely boxer. In ring 1, we do have the boxer, and our judge, Lewis, is extremely experienced in judging this breed. He is also a breeder and owner and exhibitor of boxers. In ring 2, you're looking at the Australian bred West Highland White Terrier, or affectionately called a Westie. the movement of the boxer should be alive with energy. His gait should be firm, is elastic, his stride free and roomy, the carriage proud and noble. In ring 1, we are looking at one of the feature breeds here at the Adelaide Royal Show, the lovely Boxer. The coat is short and shiny, lying smooth and tight to the body. In ring 1, you're looking at the open class for the boxer males, and in ring 2, you're looking at the Australian bred, the West Highland White Terrier. In ring 2, we're now looking for the best male in the West Highland White Terrier. The winner of this then goes up against the winner of the female for the best of breed. Now in ring 1, we're looking for the best male in the boxers. So in ring 1, we have the dogs in for the challenge, the best male. We have the open dog, which is the one closest to the grandstand, the Australian bred, the intermediate, the junior, and then the puppy. So these are all the class winners of our feature breed here at the Adelaide Royal Show, the Boxer. the winner of the Best of Breed in the Boxer does win the trophy donated by Equisage South Australia. So the judge is making his final decision in ring 1 for the best male boxer. The winner of this will go against the female once she has been judged to get the best of breed. And it goes to the open. So the best male does go to the open in the Boxer, and that dog will be coming back shortly after the females have been judged. And reserve challenge does go to the Australian bred. In ring 1, we're moving on with the baby puppy bitches. In the boxes. So these babies are all aged between 3 and under 6 months of age. And it just looks like the first one has caught her eye of herself in the big screen. In ring 2, you're looking at the West Highland White Terrier. In ring 2, you're looking at the junior bitch for the West Highland White Terrier. In ring 1, we're looking for the puppy bitch. They're aged between 6 and under 12 months of age. The boxer is a wonderful working dog. They do make wonderful companions as well as guard dogs. The boxer, they're a happy dog. They are high-spirited, extremely playful, curious and energetic. In ring 2, you are looking at the intermediate bitch in the Westies, the West Highland White Terrier. And in ring 1, one of the feature breeds at this year's Adelaide Royal Show, the Boxer. Our judge does have this breed. He shows this breed and bred it and handled this breed. In ring one, we're now looking at the junior bitch. So she'd be aged anywhere from 9 and under 18 months of age. And in ring two, we're looking at the open bitch in the West Highland White Terrier. In ring two, we are now looking for the best female, the challenge bitch in the West Highland White Terrier. Now these were bred and hunt fox and otter. The Westie has an appealing expression and a cheeky outgoing personality. The colour of his coat is always white. In ring two, you're looking at the best female in the West Highland White Terrier. In ring one, you're looking at the boxer. The character of the boxer is one of the greatest importance and demands the most careful attention. He is renowned from olden times for his great love and faithfulness to his master and household, his alertness and fearless courage as a defender and protector. The boxer is docile but can be a little bit mistrustful of strangers. He is bright and friendly in play, but brave and determined when rousted. In ring one, you are looking at one of the feature breeds, the boxer. And in ring two, the best female has gone to the intermediate bitch. So she'll be coming back in a moment to go up against the male for the best of breed in the West Highland White Terrier. In ring 1 in the boxer, we're looking at the Australian bred bitch. So in ring 2, we're looking for the best of breed in the West Highland White Terrier with the male in front, followed by the female. And the best of breed does go to the dog. So he wins the Larky Prize for the 22 kilo bag of dog food. In ring 1, we're now looking at the open bitch for the boxer. The winner of the best of breed does win the Equisage Prize. Also, our major sponsor for the dogs, Larkies, are kindly donated to all the best of breed winners a 22 kilo bag of dog food. Now in ring 1, we are looking at all the female boxers. So the winner of this then goes up against the male. So the one closest to the grandstand is the open bitch. The second is the Australian bred, then intermediate, then junior, and then puppy. So the judge will pick one of these that will go through against the male to be the best of breed. This is our second feature breed at this year's Adelaide Royal Show. You're looking at the lovely boxer. In ring 2, we're looking at the Parson Russell Terrier. This again is from Group 2. They are a small to medium-sized dog. They do require a reasonable amount of exercise. I have seen these dogs actually compete in earth dogs. They do have an adult weight around the 6 to 8 kilos and have a lifespan of anything up to around 15 years. This little breed was developed in the mid-1800s by the parson John Russell, who was a keen fox hunter and wanted to develop a long-legged terrier that could keep up with the hounds. He would hunt the fox by digging it out of its den for the hounds to chase. The Parson Russell Terrier is an active, devoted little dog. It gets on well with children. In ring 1, the best female has been awarded to the Australian bred bitch. In ring 1, the judge is now having his final inspection over the boxer dog and then the bitch. This is one of the feature breeds here at the Adelaide Royal Show. Now the judge is asking both of these to go around. Can people please give them a warm welcome and a good clap, because these are one of the feature breeds here at Adelaide Royal Show. Please put your hands together for the beautiful boxers. The best of breed goes to the male. They win the Equisage Award and also the 22 kilo bag of dog food donated by our major sponsor, Larky's. In ring 2, we're looking at the Parson Russell Terrier. These are a hardy little breed. They do make a wonderful companion. They're an active little breed, and as I said, I have seen these dogs being very competitive in earth dogs. In ring 1, we're looking for the runner-up best of breed, which goes to the female. In ring 1, we're looking at the baby puppy boxer. And the best baby puppy does go to the male. In ring 2, we're looking at 2 open bitches in the Parson Russell Terrier. These are from Group 2, the Terrier group. These are an active little dog, and they do require a reasonable amount of exercise. Their history goes back to the 1800s with a Reverend John Russell. So the Parson Russell Terrier is a small, athletic dog, slightly taller than it is long. The colour is mainly white with black, tan or brown markings. The skull is flat between the dog's ears. They do have a slim body and small chest, which is easily spanned by a man's hand. It is a double-coated breed with a dense undercoat and a smooth or broken waterproof outer coat. In ring 2, we're looking at the Parson Russell Terrier. So in ring 1, we are asking the best of breed boxer, who is one of our feature breeds, here to give a lap of honour. Please everyone put your hands together for the lovely boxer. So he'll be coming back tomorrow to represent the breed for Group 6. In ring 2, we're looking at the challenge bitch in the Parsons Russell Terrier. So in ring 2, we're now looking for the best, who's going to be the best to breed in the Parsons Russell Terrier. The male is in front and the best to breed does go to the female. So she does win the 22 kilo bag of dog food from our major sponsor, Larky's, who is a South Australian owned company. judge in ring 2 is Mr. Frank Kane from England. Mr. Kane is a highly respected judge of many different breeds. His specialty is the gun dog group, which is group 3. Now, if you'd like to look up to the big screen, there is going to be coming on an interview that was conducted with him earlier today. So our judge, Mr. Frank Kane, will be back shortly. He still has the beautiful Afghan hound and the Azawak.
Thank you. I'm with Mr. Frank Kane, one of our 2 international judges this year. Frank's from the United Kingdom and he's... how many times have you been to Australia?
I think this is my 5th or 6th time, yes. I've been to Sydney, Hobart, Adelaide and Melbourne before, so I've had a fairly... And once Perth, yes. So that's, very good. I've seen that lots of Australia, but nothing else.
And you've been to Adelaide before?
I did Adelaide a few years ago.
Okay, fine. Have you managed to see anything of Adelaide while you've been here? It's such a busy schedule, 10 days, Adelaide, 1 day off.
I've seen my hotel, the showground, the hotel and the showground, yes. But Monday I'm going to have
And you did get to the David Roach Museum.
Yeah, fantastic. That was a real experience. I'd been there when David was alive, and now it's made a marvellous job of setting it out as a museum, and the foundation trustee was really one of the highlights of the week, yes. Wonderful artwork, a real collector, and fantastic to see so many things. Horses and dogs are my passion in life, so I was very happy there. He's got other wonderful artifacts.
Well, of course, we celebrate David's memory and the Best in Show Cup, which you will award on the final day, is the David Cup, an antique silver cup that was procured through some of his own. So it's very much where, of course, in the David Roach Pavilion.
Humbled to be awarded that. He's a great dog man. It's always an honour to do Best in Show for anything. To a royal Best in Show. It's a great honour for me.
And just being here in this environment, in this venue, for now nearly 10 days, what's your impression of this Adelaide?
It's a lovely hall. It's a great hall, big rings, which I like. I like to work with dogs. And the atmosphere's been very good. The exhibit is very sporting. And I had some very good dogs to look at. So it's been, dogs are my passion. It's always interesting every time. No matter how few judges and new experience, you learn something. If you think you know it's always standing, you'll learn something every time you judge.
I know each day you go through a refresher on the standards, and that's probably a lesson for all judges to keep up with what's going on, to not assume you know it all.
Well, I'm chairman of the Breed Standards Committee at the English Kingdom, so I'm very interested in breed standards. Some of them can be written better, but yes, it's true. I think a quick refresher on everything, even my own breed before I judge, and it just gives you right. Judge the standard, judge the breed type, and try and get it right.
It's a good thing now with the internet. You can call up standards there instead of carrying a big bulky book around.
Well, I do carry some of my paperwork with me, but the ANKC thing, some of the extent. I'll tell you what, the highlights of the show has been judging 10 field terriers. Now, we don't have them in England. The last time I came to Australia, they were entered and none turned up. This time, 30. So the extended breed standard, great credit to them for producing that. And I really enjoyed the breed. It was really proud of people and really good dogs.
There's certainly breeds come a long way in a short time. Standard, the time has become much more consistent and the quality very high. So,
well, I've never seen the breed before, so all I had to do was the extended breed standards and photographs and judge the standard, and I did enjoy it.
And Frank, other countries you judged in?
I've judged in most of the European countries, America, I've been to Japan and Thailand, fairly extensive travel.
So I really see the CV, and Frank will be really pleased to have you here this year, and I hope you take many good memories away with you. Thank you very much.
Sportsmanship shown to me by excellence. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Frank.
being rude to me. And poor Vicky said to me, he said, oh, this is without recording. I said, he's got the agility here. I said, they can't compete when he comes in. Oh, what agility? Morning. What's his name? Marcus.
have the class winners. So we have the open milk, that's the one closest to the grandstand, the Australian bred, the intermediate, and then the puppy, the youngest. Now, these dogs were never allowed out of the country to start with, and it was actually prohibited to breed these with any other dog. This breed only reached Europe in the early 1900s. They are an extremely fast and agile runner. The Afghan hounders have a wonderful thick coat. This is there to protect them against the extremes in temperature. These days, this wonderful breed has become a luxurious pet and show dog because of their aristocratic beauty. They can be aloof with strangers, but around their family they do have a wonderful sense of humour and a bit of a clown, and do love to be with their family. This dog has been described as a king of dogs, noble, majestic and elegant. In ring 2, we're now looking at the Australian bred bitch in the Afghan hound. In ring 2, we're now looking at the open bitch. Now, the winner of all the bitches classes will be coming back shortly, contest for the best bitch. The winner of the best bitch, the challenge bitch, then goes up against the male for the best of breed. Now in ring 2, the judge is making his final decision for the best bitch in the beautiful Afghan hound. The one closest to the grandstand is the open bitch, then the Australian bred, the intermediate, the junior, and then the puppy down the end. In ring 2, the judge is making his final decision on the best Afghan bitch. And it goes to the junior. So in a moment she'll be coming back against the male to go for the best of breed. So in ring 2, we now have the best of breed for the Afghan hound. The winner of this also does get a 22 kilo bag of dried dog food from our major sponsor, Larky's, who are a wonderful South Australian owned and operated. And the best of breed does go to the dog. So he'll be coming back tomorrow to represent the breed in the Group 4. And runner-up best of breed does go to the male. So we do have now the best puppy, which goes to the male. In ring 2, we're now looking at the Azawak. This is a very old dog from Mali, which is the country of origin, which is near Ethiopia in Africa. These do have a natural tendency to guard. These dogs often can be seen sleeping on the low straw roofs of the villages of the Mali owners. As a hyena or other night predators approaches, the first Azawak to see it jumps down and is quickly joined by the others. They form a pack and chase away the intruder. This wonderful breed is alert, independent, exceptionally fast. They can reach a speed up to 65 kilometres an hour. They're originally bred by a tribe of southern Sahara huntsmen and guardians. This African sight hound can now be found outside its native land. Used to course game such as hares and gazelles, the Azawak slows the quarry until its owners arrive. They do have a life expectancy of around the 12 years. A weight around 17 to 25 kilos with a height of around 58 to 74 centimetres approximately. These are from group 4, the hound group. The Azawak does move with a distinctly feline gait and can be found in a variety of colours. Outside of Mali, this is quite a rare breed. They're a very elegant breed. These are a hound from group 4. This wonderful breed is more of a pack hunter than being singular. They do like to be with other dogs of their breed. In ring 2, we are now having the last class for today, which is the best of breed. They also win the 22 kilo bag of dog food from our major sponsor, which is Larky's, which is a proudly South Australian owned and operated. We have the dog in front, followed by the female. And the bitch has been awarded the best of breed. Now, if anyone is interested, we do have tomorrow, which we do have all the breed winners. All the best of breeds will be coming back tomorrow to contest in their group. to see if they're lucky enough to win the best in group. Then, if they do win the best in group, if they're lucky enough to win the all-coveted best in show. So now we will be moving on very quickly with the agility. Now this is an incredible fun event. I've been lucky enough to see this event in several different countries around the world, and it can get pretty specky.
This afternoon in the Dog Pavilion, we've got agility and jumping trials for you. It's all pretty exciting, lots of fun. We're just in the middle of setting out the course. We hope to get going at about 1 o'clock, so we'll see how we go. We might be a little bit late. We've got about 130 dogs to do, so we'll be here for quite a while. So we'll, once the course is set up and we're ready to go, we'll get back to you and give you all the information you need to know.